Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena. Today we're back with the Mauler team, and just like we always do, we're going to go ahead, use all of our soul stones. Here we did get 30 Mauler cards because we actually finished a floor of the faction tower. So look at the amount of fodder that we have here. Super excited. So we'll go ahead and we'll use our elite stones, hopefully copy of Gorvo. Hopefully we get some more Maulers out of these. We have 11 more rare stones, which 2 more Maulers there, not too bad. So that gives us a total of 32 fodder heroes, which is awesome. Sophia, we're actually got another copy of, so we'll get her to Elite Plus, which is great. Here we have 3 more Maulers. Be able to get Savius up to Elite Plus. So let's go ahead and get into the summons. Let's check out our wish list really quick. Make sure we got this one all set. Still looking for Skreg. He's been in the wish list. Unfortunately, haven't seen any love for him whatsoever. So we'll go ahead and do our factions pulls, which couple rares there. Hopefully we can pull 1 or 2 elites because we know they're going to be Maulers, which is awesome. And there we have our first Mauler, which is a copy of Warwick. So not too bad. I believe we do need 1 or 2 more copies to get him to the Elite Plus, but to Ascended, but got a couple there. Let's see, the first pull, double elite we have. Oh, and got another copy of Skreg. Very nice, and a copy of Rowan, so very cool. Quite a few rares there. That copy of Skreg might be enough to get him to Ascended, which is what we're hoping for. And another elite there. Hopefully it's a Mauler. Copy of Nara, not too bad. Greyborn team will definitely love that. A couple more rare cards here. All right, so we got to go ahead and make a little bit more space. And there is our copy of Skreg, so he is Elite Plus. Look at the elites, 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe 5 there. Go ahead and get these up too. Get another copy of Savius to Elite Plus. And we do have a card on the table, so guaranteed another Mauler there. Not a great pull there. No Maulers whatsoever, but we did get a couple more resources. Let's go ahead and look at our pull. 1, 2, 3! 3 on a companion pull. No way. Really? Kasos Anverk with an Isold. Holy cow. That is absolutely crazy triple pull on a companion summon. Let's go ahead and use our card. We'll pull up a Mauler. Hopefully it's a copy of Warwick. Okay, Sophia, not too bad. So I believe that will give us enough to, I believe we can get her to 1-star now. If you watch the Wilder video at this point, because we are getting more and more Ascended heroes, we are going to go ahead and start adding stars to the heroes just for the simple fact we're going to have enough fodder with eliminating heroes. So looking here, we know I believe Skreg is going to be one that we're going to get up. I believe we do have the double copies of him. To get him, Numisu we have double copies of to get him to Ascended from where he's at. So we do have the Skreg copies. And then Warwick, we're still lacking copies. Everyone else, we're still lacking copies, so let's go ahead and get Skreg up. So he will go to Ascended. First time I have ever seen Skreg to Ascended. I'd never used him on any of my accounts, but here, so that gives us Sophia, which we'll go ahead and add 1 star to her because she is super strong. She's the hero we built from the beginning. Just for the fact we don't want to continue using the cards as fodder because now we have enough fodder. As we're getting more in, we're not going to use it for Sophia anymore. We're not going to use it for Skreg anymore. So as we get more fodder in the future, we're going to be able to get up a couple more Maulers, not relying on them because now only copies of themselves can be used. So once you have Elite Plus, you can actually use a copy of themselves. So we'll continue to get them up. Here we do have a double copy of Savius, so I'm going to use Savius's copies to actually get him up. Entendre is a hero that we're not going to build right now, so we'll go ahead and get him to Elite or Legendary, and we'll get him to Legendary Plus. So he is going to be our fodder. And I believe it's going to be for Numisu. Numisu is going to be the next one we're going to get up because that will unlock the signature item of everyone in the team at this point. So we have 2 Ascended, we have 3 Mythic, and we do have enough copies to get him to Ascended. We just need 1 more fodder, which I think, even since the beginning, I think I'm going to go ahead and use Brutus as fodder just because I've already played the Brutus game. I'm bringing him up, so he'll be a hero that we focus on and build in the future. But we're going to go ahead and get Numisu up to Mythic Plus. which is going to make a big difference from the support because we do have the double copies of him there. So we will get him to Ascended as well. First time I've ever seen Ascended Numisu either. So we'll go ahead and we'll get them all leveled up. We'll get them set with signature items. We'll get them set with gear. I know I do need more gold. I keep running out of gold on all the accounts. So we're on 19-10. But let's go ahead and check out Skreg. He is our newly Ascended, so we'll be able to actually level him up, I believe. Yep, we do have enough hero essence. So we'll go ahead and level him up, which gives him a ton. Look at the amount of health and attack. A ton more damage there. We'll equip some gear on him. We'll go ahead and look at Numisu since he is up to Ascended as well, which we still have enough hero essence to get him to 181. Again, a ton of attack, defense, hit point, and we unlocked a signature item. Not sure how far I'm going to be able to take his signature item. I'm hoping I can get it to plus 10, but at least plus 5. I think how many do I got? 97, so I should be able to get his signature item up significantly. Plus 3, plus 4, plus 5, which gives him the MSPD, so a little bit more movement speed, up to plus 7. So plus 7, not too bad. Plus 10 gives him the heal totem, which is the one that I was really looking for. We'll go ahead on Skreg. He was our focus. And Skreg we're only taken to plus 20, and there he gets some more magic resistance, which is awesome. Plus 16 is where it's at now. And with him, like I said, we'll go ahead and level him up. Signature item, we're only going to plus 20. The plus 30 on Skreg is not very good compared to Sophia, compared to Verk. So a couple of heroes, we'll go ahead and drop Warwick into the Resonating Crystal to get him to 180, and there will be our team. So we'll have Sophia, we'll have Skreg, we'll have Numisu. We got a pretty solid team here. I think short of getting up Verk a little bit higher and getting up Warwick a little bit higher. We do have some good gear. We haven't unlocked our T1 stones yet, so pretty close, but most of the heroes do have mythic gear. And I haven't done any of the camping. I haven't done any of the stage sitting, nothing like that. So we will go ahead and get into the campaign since our heroes are all ready to go at this point. So we start off at 19-10. So most of the other teams are into chapter 20. So hopefully we can do a solid push here. Only thing that might be holding us back a little bit is Warwick, but very excited to see Numisu to Ascended and seeing Skreg to Ascended. In the first stage, we just actually burn right through, which was our stopping point of the last team. So 19-11. And if you look at Numisu, he actually puts up that little totem right in the middle, which the hero right in the middle section, so actually in the number 4 slot, always attacks that totem first. So I think when we get him up a little bit higher with its signature item, increasing the survivability of the totem that's right in the front. As you can see, Leica just took out the little totem that was in the front. But in turn, that's one hit that our heroes, that our frontline tank heroes are not taking. Let's look at the damage here. Which 1.5 we figured. Skreg is doing quite a bit of damage with Numisu as well. So very cool. Pushing through the boss stages. 19-13. Oh, and Belinda took out Verk right through the middle of both. And unfortunately, still Warwick is going down. I know he was a pretty big investment in the last video, but I've heard that once you get him up past level 220 to 240, very tough to kill, especially when he gets all of his stacks up. As you can see here, Skreg at Ascended is just an absolute monster, just running right through the enemy front line, pushing everyone stacked nicely in the back. Sophia can go ahead and do her Falling Sun ability. This one will switch it up a little bit. We'll put Skreg on top. And she has 2 abilities that do a ton. As you've seen right there, Sophia has the Scatterbolt, so it actually hits multiple targets, which does a ton of damage. Her 1 bolt actually splits into 2 more bolts, so it's kind of an AoE, which is perfect to put her behind Skreg because Skreg will actually stack up the enemies in the backfield, making sure that Scatterbolt hits all the enemies. As you can see there, even the breakoff from Scatterbolt killed Leica right in the very top. And Numisu's totems are doing quite a bit of damage here, so I'm liking getting him up. He's a hero that I have never used, actually never ever used. As with most of the Mauler team, haven't used Warwick, haven't used Sophia, but now seeing the power, especially in Skreg and Sophia both, just absolutely devastating. And you can still cheese her little attack that when it's powering up, you can actually fire it off mid-fight. It'll take off and land by the time, and even Skreg, look at the damage Skreg with Sophia's little electricity buff, just runs everybody right over, killed the top 3 targets right off the bat. We are just cruising right through the campaign so far. Brings it to 1919, so almost halfway through chapter 19 already. And look at the CC ability of Skreg. Just very, very cool. Not only does he provide quite a bit of CC, is he's immune to most of the CC as well. So kind of on both sides, he can just run everything over. 19-20, got a nice Graveborn team here. Looks like a pretty solid comp. But again, that little totem right in the middle, Pharrell's first 2 arrows go right into the totem that Numisu's putting down in the middle. This is actually a pretty tough team because of Naru and Isabella, so that is actually going to be our first defeat. But looking at our lineup, this should be able to have it. This is the lineup. So I think it's just a little bit of RNG, and we have our totem in the back, which has just absolutely destroyed everybody. If you notice, Numisu, sometimes he'll drop down that totem, and Sophia will use her, I believe it's static electricity, or one of those abilities. She'll actually drop it on the totem instead of putting it on one of the heroes. And it'll just absolutely decimate. As you can see, it's in the back right there. Took out Vert, took out Numisu, just with the totem. So the totem buffs itself, which is a pretty cool combination. So more than halfway through chapter 19 at this point. Hopefully we can push into 20. And again, Skreg went the wrong way. That's the only downside that I see with him, is sometimes he does go the wrong way. And we got a Falling Sun ability on 2 little minions, which is the distraction. So when you're dealing with nuking heroes like Sophia, totems and minions, Baden and Grizel, have a huge, huge impact in the ability to just absolutely nullify the nuke ability, because of Belinda, Sophia will actually nuke the ads instead of nuking the heroes, which you want. So Veneer Vert throws a little poison vial, again with the totem, takes out all 3 targets in the back with that totem. Just so devastating, that combination. So she always puts that ability onto the hero that is forward, the most forward hero. So that's where he's actually getting it on the totems, because Skreg hasn't gotten up there yet to get that ability. There's the front totem. Again, if you look at Shamira's hit points, Shamira goes down, everybody goes down that's stacked around that totem. So just absolutely devastating when it comes to that totem. And her ability is actually called Static Field. Provides the most forward position ally with electric aura that lasts 10 seconds, causing 70% damage or 80 or 90% damage for every enemy in the radius. And that's where she is just absolutely devastating when it comes to dropping that totem with the static field on it. 19-27, so just cruising right through. And it seems like the only one that's really giving us a tough time here is Brutus. But again, that static field just destroys everybody on that side of the field. And another very easy stage. All right, so 1928, another boss stage. Here we got to look out for Sylvana, because she actually hops right over on Numisu, which actually Numisu now can kind of take a hit or two, puts up his healing totem. And a big, big change, because now she can't even take down Numisu because of his ascended level. Let's check out the damage on that one. 1.4, 500k there, 580. So again, the team's getting a little more averaged out as they get higher and higher. Sophia has just been carrying the team for such a long time. But now with Skreg being ascended, doing a lot more damage, I'm sure if Verk was ascended, he would do a significant amount of damage, which I did want to get him up, but I do need quite a few more copies. And the Falling Sun ability just absolutely destroys everybody. So I think we are going to close out Chapter 19 tonight, which will be very, very exciting. And again, we got Sylvana right on the back. Numisu drops his totem right there. And he just destroys her. Him and Verk, the combination of the two, just absolutely destroy her. She doesn't have enough damage now to take anyone down. There's a static field right in the back. If you look, Ogi goes down. Everybody goes down with that static field ability. Such a strong ability when it does the RNG properly. If it goes on Skreg and he rushes the back line, just absolutely diesels right over everybody. If it's getting dropped on a totem, just like that, look at Angelo in the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like 5 ticks, and he was absolutely just devastated. Falling Sun ability kills everybody but Veden, which is easy to take out. So let's look at that one really quick. And again, the team, I think if we get Warwick up, the Mauler team is showing a lot more similar signs to the Graveborn team, where it's not just the one hero carrying everything. It's even kind of across the team now, which is good to see. Get a little normalization on the team, which makes it just that much more deadly, because if one hero does go down, you still have the rest of the team that can support it. And again, little totem right in the middle, defensive totem. Always what they're going for to attack first. So when Numisu hits level 10, which I need one more level, 1 or 2 more levels, he actually puts down a rejuvenating totem that is right in the middle of all 5 heroes, which is very, very powerful, because off the bat, they can't get to that totem because it is set behind both the tanks. But in turn, Numisu will actually heal both tanks, which is very, very powerful. So that'll bring us to 19-36. So 4 more stages in 19 will be completed. And I love the little iron jaw that runs through, as you can see right there. I just did a quick little stun. It's going to be a close one, but Falling Sun gets it done. It's very nice. So that brings us to 19-37. Yep, 19-37. So got some Wilders, got some Hypogens, and Belinda, of course. And here comes the nuke. Absolutely devastating. She gets 5 kills again. (19-38). Arden's going to be a little bit tough on here just because of the CC aspect. And there's Skreg CC'd. But he gets right out of it and runs the other side actually right over. Didn't even need the ultimate ability there. So yep, focusing on this team, getting Verk up a little bit higher, but definitely getting Warwick up higher. He's going to need signature item a little higher than 10, but also getting his survivability up is going to make a huge difference to this team's progression. Because right now, most times he's dying in 19-40, so final stage of 19. So Sylvana's going to go right over to Numisu. And again, Warwick's going to go down as soon as we start, but static field is on Skreg, which is very, very strong. So Skreg should be able to stay up. He is getting a little bit of a heal from Numisu, and we got it. Check out the damage real quick. 637, 1,000,000, 248, 427 from Numisu. So very nice. All right, so that will complete Chapter 19, guys. So pushing into Chapter 20, the Buried Gate. So just like most of our teams, starting to push Chapter 20 here. So we'll go ahead and continue, which the heroes are starting to get quite a bit tougher. I still have a couple more levels that I need. Running out of gold, of course. I do need some hero essence, and look at Skreg just absolutely wrecked their entire team, just ran them right over. which is such a very cool ability to stack everyone in the back line. Savius goes right to the totem, and again, the static field ability. Look at the 3 back targets. Just get absolutely destroyed. And Numisu always drops a totem to the weakest hero, or to the hero with the lowest life, which a lot of times it's going on the enemy side to try to take care of the tanks. There's usually one kind of off the bat that's trying to help Warwick. So the defensive totem goes down in the top right there, which they did get that one down. And here comes the nuke, so another stage. I believe that was 20-4 or 20-3, so 2.25 million from Sophia, so very, very strong. This is another boss stage, and a very similar comp to ours, short of having Brutus. But again, we got the totem up front, and it looks like Warwick's actually fully charged here. So very, very difficult to kill once he's fully charged because of his regen. So check out the damage there. Again, a little bit even. Warwick and Numisu just lacking a little bit because of the healing ability, and Warwick just for the sheer level. And again, that front totem right there just took out Belinda. Even Grizel had to come down to actually kill the totem while it had the static field ability on it. So that puts us 20-6. Sylvana going right over to Numisu again. And that's where really knowing, if you've checked out the hero type guides and everything, knowing the heroes that you're facing this is where it becomes so vital. Because every time this team fights Sylvana, you know exactly where she's going to go. So regardless of where you want to move, especially knowing which way heroes are going to attack or what skills they're really going to be using to try to destroy your team, will give you the ability to actually move where they're at. And unfortunately, that's another defeat for us. Mauler teams give the Maulers problems. It just, I don't know if something comes naturally, because both of the tanks just died right off the bat there. Both Verk and, which we might be able to get it. Oh, we need a little more power. But Verk and Warwick died off the bat there, so that will do it, our third defeat. But we did push into Chapter 20, so they are still in third place. Let's go ahead and collect up our rewards. And look at that, 20 faction scrolls and a copy of Numisu, so very, very strong. As you've seen, I'm starting to add stars to heroes just because I know it's going to take a while, and as we need less and less fodder. So let me know in the comments what you think. I know Brutus was used as food and a lot of people won't like it, but sometimes you got to do it. And as always, thank you for watching.